people in the world, Fast Food Toy Reviews here. Today we're going to look at Walt Disney's FLUBBER, set of 10 amazing looking toys released by McDonald's way back in 1997. Let's get them opened up and have a closer look. First thing I'd like to do is show you guys all the different packaging that's going on with this set. So just to give you some idea of how this was distributed, this was not only released in the United States, it was sent over to Europe, UK, Germany, Australia got their own set. And I wanted to show you the different packaging, and then there's some variations between the toys as well. So the first set I'm going to show you is the American packaging right here. So you can see it reads FLUBBER, the Action T-Bird, and there it is right there. And the next one is FLUBBER's little tank, and it even shows you right on there, the FLUBBER tank. So I'm not going to open all these because it's not necessary. You're probably wondering, why don't you just open them? Because some of them, like, I need to keep sealed because I'm a collector. So we have the American set, and I'm not going to open it because I have other open toys, plus there's a lot of doubles and stuff. So anyway, here is Weibo in the American packaging. So there's variations of this. There's variations of the T-Bird, and then right here, there's a variation of this, and this is called the Weber. Right here, Weber, the Weber robot. So if you haven't seen the movie, check it out. It's really good. It's got Robin Williams in it. It's lots of fun. And that's it for the American packaging. This set came from the UK many years ago. I bought this. I'm pretty sure it's the UK packaging. It looks like it. And as you can see inside, there's a little insert that shows all 4 toys. And that's because initially, with one rare exception, all the sets that were put out were just 4 different toys. And let me show you this. This is the exception right here. So there's one exception, and it's this set right here, which is clearly a French set. I can't read that because I'll sound like silly, but let me zoom in a little bit here so you can see what I'm talking about. So they're all the same except for this additional one, which is the 5th toy in the set. So it reads Le Kit du Chemiste, or like a chemistry kit, chemistry set. So I can only assume that that one right there maybe has some liquid or something in it, and color changing. It kind of looks like that. And it's really rare, it's really hard to find, and I did find one person selling it from like Germany, I think, or Switzerland, I can't remember. But that's the only exception, and so besides this one chemistry kit toy, we have all the other variations here. And this is the set that they released in Australia, so you can see the packaging is completely different. It even reads McDonald's Australia Limited on there. And of course, all 4 toys are different from the regular American and UK release as well. We're going to start out by looking at Professor Phillips' T-Bird, which is awesome, by the way. This thing is great looking. So this is the Australia version, and it's basically an under 3 toy with no real gimmick other than some rolling wheels underneath. And if you do a side-by-side comparison with them, this is actually a different toy. It might seem like it's the same just without the stuff, but it's actually, if you look right here, it's actually smaller and has some different detail in it if you look closely here. So that's something to know. It's a little bit shorter. So it's actually a completely different vehicle that just looks like a T-Bird. And then this one right here is the US release. And as you can see, you have Professor Phillips hanging out, and there's Weibo mounted in the back. And underneath, there is a gimmick right here. There's rubber on the back tires right here, and that helps grip. So when you roll it, he bounces around in there. Let's see if I can do it up close manually here. Look at this. So he's just kind of like chilling out, cruising, big smile on his face. This is great. And that's it for this one. And then the UK release right here actually has the same gimmick, but on the back here you have Weibo, and check this out. So you push Weibo in, do this, and he's got a little peekaboo action. So now he's gone, and then he's got the same gimmick when he's bouncing around inside, and then you can push this down right here, like this, and then Weibo, so you get it. Come on, Weibo, pop out of there. And then Weibo pops and hides like R2-D2 or something. This is great. And that's it. So there you go. It's Professor Phillips' T-Bird. Next we have Weibo. So there's only 2 versions that I know of. So this version right here, the working version with the gimmick, is a US and UK release, I believe. Maybe it's in that French set. It's hard to tell. But this was the Australia release right here. And it's very simple. So you got the little base right here that just spins. And then you flip the lid open on the top here, and it reveals a little 3D card, lenticular sticker card in there, and you just move it like this, and you can see it goes from Walt Disney Presents FLUBBER to 3 little hearts, which is kind of neat. And so it's a very basic toy. And then this one here is really neat. So what you have here is like a wind-up gimmick, and as you can tell, I'll do a side-by-side. See, the bases are different. Like, it has a whole completely different look, actually. And so what you do is you wind it up down here. We'll get it wound up nice and tight like this. And this is really cool. You're going to like this. We'll get it we'll get it wound up. You gotta wind these really tight. Okay, and you let it go and watch this. That's what it does. Let me show you up close. Oh, it's not gonna work now. Come on. There we go. And you can see there's little arms in there that when you wind up, this part of the gimmick. So not only does it spin because of the unwinding part down here, the little arms go up and down and it pops the lid up, as you can see, and it reveals some hearts. So there you go. It's Weibo. The next one in the set is the Flubber tank, and there's two versions of that. So this is the UK release right here. And it's got some really good detail. It actually looks like a real functioning kind of like pressurized tank that you would find in like a chemistry lab and stuff. So on the top here, you have this little lid and you pull this off, and inside you would find Flubber, which is actually, which looks to be like Play-Doh, so you would like have some goopy Play-Doh to play with. And you can see right here, it's rock hard, it's all dried up and stuff. But if you were to get this originally, you could open this up and, I don't know, you can play with it like silly putty or Play-Doh or whatever. And there's even a little window right there, you can kind of peek in there. See my finger? That's cool. And then when you're done, you just put this lid back on, and look at that. Real cool stuff. And then this is the American version right here. So it has a little lever, and what you do is you spin this, and inside, let me show you. So there is the Flubber right there, and you spin it like this, and you can look through the little window. We'll spin it really slow. All different colors of the rainbow in there. It's kind of neat. And as you spin it, it kind of like changes colors. I don't know, that's kind of cool. It's a very basic, simple gimmick, but I like it, and both of them are kind of like a win in my book. Next we have Weber, the assistant robot to Professor Phillips. And as you can see, there are two different versions here, and this one is from Australia, so it's more or less just a very basic functioning type of toy. You have 3 points of movement here where you can spin it at the base like this. Then the midsection right here, you can spin separately, so this whole clear plastic bit turns. And at the top, you got this part right up here that spins, and you got a couple of moving arms that rotate around, so you can make it look different on display and play with it and pose it however you see fit. And this one here is just like the US and the UK version. This is, I think this is the US version. I get them mixed up because I've had both over the years, but they're the exact same, so I guess it doesn't matter. So it came in two pieces, and you can see this little bar in here and a little gap right there. You peg this on like this, tap this in, make sure you get it lined up just right, and you snap it in. Look at that. Now he rotates around here, and it doesn't rotate at the section like that one does, but the arms kind of move up here. This one here was really tight. I actually undid the screws a little bit to try to loosen that up, but I have like 3 of these, and all 3, the arm right here does not spin all the way around. You can see it wants to probably snap, so if maybe it's just mine, I don't know. Let me know if you have this guy. And then this one here does spin all the way around like this. And then underneath here, you got some wheels, and that's because the gimmick is right here. You got this little wind-up feature, and let me show you this. So let's see, we'll hold the wheels right here, and then we'll wind this up like this. You're gonna love this. This is a lot of fun. Get it wound up nice and tight, and then let them go. No, get back over here. He just goes in like one big giant circle. It's kind of cool. There, come back. Kind of zigzagging, actually. Look at that. Oh, he's zigzagging. So he does change directions. I thought he just went in one big circle. This is cool. What a nice little pleasant surprise. Oh, you know, I only wound that up like 4 or 5 times. It's got a lot of get up and go for just spinning this a few times. That's cool. You got the little wheel right here. Look at it. It's like a free wheel right there. It kind of just wobbles in place and makes them go in different directions. That's kind of cool. I like this. This is awesome. So there you go. Weber. And finally, we have Professor Phillips inside his hazard suit. So what this is, just a basic little mini action figure, and this is part of the Australian release. So it's actually kind of neat. It's got a couple of moving bits right here, so you can rotate his legs and make him sit up like that. So you can pose him and have him sitting, or you can have him just do a basic stand. Let's see, does he stand on 1 foot? Let's see if we can get him to stand on 1 foot. Nope. He's holding this giant, what is it, like a giant wrench tool thing. And here's a look at the back real quick. So again, just a basic plastic mini action figure that's, I don't know, really neat. So as you can see, I've collected up a bunch of different extras for this set over the years, and we're going to start out by looking at this Happy Meal box. Now, I can't remember, this may have come from the UK, but I can't remember, to be honest with you. I was looking at it, I was looking for maybe different languages and such on here, but I really couldn't find it. And it's really hard to tell what came out with what with the Happy Meal boxes, for me anyway. So as you can see, it reads Walt Disney Pictures Flubber, and it's got some chemistry stuff going on here. There's Flubber right there. And then you just spin it around, and there's Flubber. It looks really cool. And the reason why I don't fold it in is because it's like still like brand new. It's uncreased, and I don't want to mess with it. I keep this flat in my collection. And then down here, this is what's really cool about this set. So you got two different little cardboard pop-outs that form a car. So this one, I believe, it's hard to tell, I can't remember exactly. One of these came from, I think, Australia. I think this one came from Australia. I could be wrong. And then I believe this one came from the UK. I could be wrong on that too. I can't remember. It's hard for me to remember. Maybe you can let me know in the comments section. This one may have came from Australia, and then this one could have came from I don't know, the UK or something. And so we're going to get those together in a second, but I just wanted to show these off. I happen to have a couple of fry boxes from back in the day. As you can see, it reads, bounce into McDonald's for fun, holiday fun. And there is Flubber, but bounce into theaters everywhere. Disney's Flubber. So they're just little McDonald's French fry boxes. And then there is like a movie ticket right here. Good for one adult movie ticket, so you could have cut this out and taking somebody to go watch Flubber with you back in the day. And then we have a paper bag. And this definitely came from the US. I remember getting this years ago. It's just a basic McDonald's paper bag. And you flip it over on the back side here. You got your McDonald's meal, supersized stuff, movie ticket. It reads, supersize any extra value meal and get a coupon for an adult movie ticket. Child's price at a child's price for Disney's Flubber. And then there's Flubber right there, bouncing into theaters everywhere. So that's kind of cool. So let's put together one of these T-birds. So it's kind of simple. It kind of folds like this at the bottom, and it basically turns into like a little Happy Meal box, which I find very interesting. So we'll fold this down here and tab this in. See what I'm doing here. Fold that down here, and then you have these tabs right here, which I'm not going to completely fold because you can tell that you want to fold these down, but it may rip, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tab it in just like this and kind of have it right there. And then you have the windshield, and you pull that up a little bit like that, and now I don't see any other bits that you would need to fold or move. And underneath you can see the little wheels are sticking out and popping out right here and here. And then on the back right here, there's the little bumper. That's what it looks like on the side. It's kind of neat looking Happy Meal box. I mean, they just don't make stuff like this anymore. I wish McDonald's, all these fast food places, would continue to make cool things like this. I mean, come on, tell me this isn't awesome. This, for me, is the coolest part of this entire set. It's a transforming Happy Meal box. Yes, transforming. So you take this flat thing here, and you turn it into a car. And let me show you what it turns into. You ready? Poof! Look at that. That's awesome, right? So, yes, I have two of them. So I was showing the transformation, but it takes way too long, and I didn't want to fiddle with it, so I'd rather just show you what it looks like when we're all done. So you can see where I folded everything just right. Everything kind of like tucks in and folds, and there's tabs and everything. And you have to take your time with it. So if you get your hands on one of these, take your time with it, have patience, and it'll turn out beautiful like this. So on the front there reads Ronald McDonald Happy Meal, Walt Disney Pictures Flubber right here. And then you got the bumper, which has got some really good detail on the side. You got the tires, and then on the back right here, you got the bumper and the lights and everything. And then the little wheel pops up right here. Let's see. You can kind of get it to pop up a little bit. There we go. And you kind of fold it right there, and now it's kind of up. It gives it more like a 3D look. And then I guess you can stick your drink or something in there. And then right here was probably like your fries and your sandwich and stuff. This is the coolest Happy Meal box ever. I don't care what anybody says. This is fantastic. And then look at the detail underneath there. Isn't that awesome? And then let me show it to you right here. There's something else. Where was it? I found very curious right here. There was something else on here that I thought was really awesome. Oh no, it's the whole thing. It's fantastic. Something I spotted real quick I wanted to point out to you. Right here it reads McDonald's Australia. So we cleared up the mystery. So the smaller version of the Thunderbird is from Australia. And there you have it, everyone. Flubber, a set of 10 amazing little collectible toys released by McDonald's back in 1997. This is an absolute winner of a set. I'm going to tell you what, all the variations, if you can get them all together and get this entire set in your collection, it'll look good on display. You'll be happy to have it. It's an absolute gem to look at. Look at this thing. You got a Happy Meal box that turns into a car, and the same thing with that one. All the variations, and like I stated in the video earlier, we're only missing the one little chemistry kit, which eventually I will get that little guy. I'll get that into the collection and complete the whole thing. But for now, I'm absolutely satisfied with what I got going on here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. See you next time.